Hello and welcome to Unqualified Experts. That's Xia. I'm Nick. This is a show where we try to help the internet's most comical, outlandish questions, one problem at a time. Xia has a very important message for everyone. Xia.
Important announcement, folks. If you like this channel, subscribe to it. If you're liking the show, if you like the other show that I do with Jenna, if you like me, even if you don't like me or Nick, just hit the subscribe button.
What?
Subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a lot. And then also for audio listeners, if you guys are listening on Apple, please leave us a review there as well. We only have 4. Come on, guys. Can we get us up to like maybe 10 reviews? Help us out. It'd be cool.
That would be. I think we asked many times at the end of these podcasts, and everyone was like, nah.
No, we're just going to not do that.
I see the analytics. I know you're listening.
Yeah, you guys are listening. Come on. Write us a review. Hit the subscribe button.
Starting off today, my ex-girlfriend and I had a horrible breakup.
Uh-oh.
We likely left a horrible taste in each other's mouth.
Uh-oh.
The problem is we have the same group of friends.
Uh-oh.
I'm not looking to get back together with her, although I'm still hurt about how it ended. However, she keeps bringing her friend around, and I know they're not even dating, just probably having sex.
Oh my God, you guys broke up and she's having sex with someone else?
She brings him around and caresses him and kisses him in front of me.
Oh, she's doing that on purpose.
It makes me want to stop coming around the group, even though these other friends have done nothing wrong to me. In all honesty, I just want to call her out and tell her how foul she is, doing what she's doing. But I don't want to start a scene. I feel as though she is ostracizing me from my friends. And mind you, I've been friends with these people first. I feel like I'm carrying this burden all on my own, and I'm completely stuck. Any advice?
I mean, she's doing it on person. She's doing it on purpose.
Well, she is doing it on person. The other guy's person.
She's doing it on that guy's person.
Not on yours anymore.
She's doing it on purpose just to be a jerk. Like, she's straight up doing it to make you jealous. It sounds like from a crappy relationship and a crappy breakup. My only advice, I don't think that this is going to work, but my only advice is to talk to her and be like, hey, this sucks. Can you please not do this until we get to a better place?
No, she's not going to listen.
I just said that it's not going to work.
It's that she's going to be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where this is coming from.
He's just a friend.
Yeah, that's...
dick I suck from time to time.
Jesus.
Wait, we can't say even that?
Nothing. Dude.
This is so hard.
So people like, Nick, why do you care?
Swear.
All our YouTube videos are getting like marked, and YouTube is basically saying we're gonna throw you off the platform, which to me is crazy because like we're not saying anything that nuts, but Xia keeps cursing and saying things like that.
Swear.
No, but you can't. Could you say that on regular radio?
Can you? No,
you cannot.
Why can't you say anything?
You can't. So they're basically like, listen, we're gonna take your channel away and this and that, which I don't know what to do after that. This all might go away.
YouTube is being really unfair.
Yeah, I don't see that we're being that edgy. To me, we're
I
not.
don't think so. We're talking about stuff.
Yeah, they're telling us that we are.
I was really good. I wanted to say the A word, but I said jerk instead. I'm so proud of myself.
No, you're doing horrible.
Oh no.
You'd be if any regular radio would have you on the show, you would just have to say no, I can't do it.
Oh no.
I'm thinking maybe we start a Patreon. Not that I would want to, but that way
charge like $1.
Yeah, like the whatever
like
the minimum,
$1,
like either free or $1.
Can you do it for free?
You might be able to.
That would actually be nice.
But here, listen, we're acting like you being like, hey man, can you leave a review on Apple? And everyone's like, nah. So like to get them to even go to Patreon, I don't see that happening.
We could try.
Because that way we could just say whatever we want.
Maybe like an uncensored version.
Yeah, well, no, I would rather just do the show like we do it.
There.
We can say whatever we want and not be an issue. But
maybe we can have a free Patreon and we'll check
I don't see anyone coming because people then have to go and do extra steps and they can't even subscribe. You know what I mean? Like it's a big ask for an audience who's like we're too lazy to do said things.
we don't actually like you that much.
We don't like you that much. Yeah. So I don't know.
We'll see. So anyway,
it sucks that because this girl is doing it in spite.
She is.
She's spiting you on purpose. She's actually trying to alienate you from this friend group. She really, her whole goal is to get you so you have no friends. You can't hang out anymore and you're just gone forever. Which she might succeed in because it's hard on your end being around that.
Right.
And you know the other people don't care. And they're going to be like, well, it's whatever. It's her life type of thing. And even if you were friends first, as you say, you might just lose them because they sound like they might not care.
Yeah, it seems like it's weird that, because I know for a fact that your friend group would stop hanging out with me.
Yeah.
Just in general.
If you came around with some new guy, everyone would be like, nah, that's not
They'd
cool.
be like, dude, come on.
So the fact that this friend group is like whatever about it shows that they're probably not that great of friends to begin with.
They're not that good of friends. So maybe you just take off. Or if you want to be really spiteful, you could start bringing a girl around.
Yeah, but it's not going to work. It's never going to be the same.
No,
and also,
I know.
it's a lot harder for a guy to do that type of stuff. Because if, say he brings a girl around, he starts caressing her and kissing her, whatever he's trying to do, she's gonna be like, "What the hell are you doing? Like, don't touch me."
It would have to be an understand. Like, she would have to know that.
She's not gonna want to do that. Guys don't care. Guys will, yeah, sure, touch me. That's great. It never works the other way. It's so much harder.
I would be a spite girlfriend for someone. That'd be fun.
Yeah, you say that, but I don't know, man. It's a weird situation. Most girls would not do that. It's always the guys like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. It sounds like you're going to lose these friends unless you go in and really don't care. Problem is you do. You say you do. You say it bothers you. I don't see you losing those emotions. You want to be back with her, you know? You're the type of guy where you would know if she did a bunch of things with these dudes, you'd be like, I don't care, I'd have her back. And
Well,
it's
he's
like,
saying he doesn't want to get back with her.
I don't believe that.
You think he does?
Because if you don't want to get back, then this wouldn't bother you.
Okay.
To me, they both connect.
See, I don't think so. I think that you can not want to get back together with someone knowing that the relationship isn't good, but it's still, especially fresh after a breakup, you're still going to miss them and know that you loved them. Like, that doesn't just disappear all at once.
No.
I disagree.
I mean, as a woman, I believe you. They much more feelings. I mean, in a
guys
way,
have feelings too. Discounting the fact that men have feelings is kind of stupid.
I'm not discounting it. It's just different.
It's different, but men are still hurt after breakups and relationships.
It depends on the breakups, yes.
Yeah.
But in this case, in a way, she still cares because she wants to hurt you. But it's also psychotic.
It's psychotic. It sounds like you dodged a bullet not being with her. It sounds like it was good that you broke up. The fact that she's doing that is pretty crappy. I think that people who do that, same sort of thing on social media, when you break up with someone and then you're immediately posting pictures with some other person online. It's very much a look at me, I've moved on, instead of quietly getting over the breakup yourself, which is what you should be doing, personally, I think.
Yeah.
I think that you should, when you go through a breakup, you take a time out and spend some time working through it yourself. Don't bring can I say the D word or no?
No, you technically can't.
Don't bring other D's into it. You know what I mean? D's nuts.
Oh my God.
Can I make that joke?
Yeah, I guess. Sure.
YouTube, you suck.
A lot of girls I've seen will just get a new guy immediately, and then he's just the new guy. It's not even in spite. It's just like, I need someone. I can't be alone.
Have to be with
Here's
someone.
my new love of my life, and then that's it.
I've seen guys do that too.
That's gross. Guys shouldn't be doing that.
It's all bad.
Sappy
it's so
garbage.
bad. Be alone. It's okay to be alone.
I was that guy, right? I'm trying to think. The guy.
Like a spite guy?
Was it spite? Okay. It was one night. Now I'm remembering. So my old manager at GameStop one night hits me up randomly. Now we haven't worked together for a few years. Some time has gone by. I moved on because I'm going to school now. And she's like, hey, I'm at this convention. I think it was one of like the horror conventions. Convention's over. She's at the hotel, but a lot of the guys from the convention are in the lobby. Like the dude from Starship Troopers is there, the blonde hair dude.
Oh, Rico? Oh, no. Gary Busey's son?
Yeah, he was there.
That's fantastic.
And a bunch of them are hanging out in the lobby. You know, they're at the bar, they're drinking, whatever. She's like, hey, come hang out. I didn't realize the whole purpose of me going there was because her ex was there.
Oh.
And she just wanted another guy to be like, look, I'm with this other guy.
Gotcha.
Now, she had no feelings for me.
Right.
So I get there. I'm just thinking this is a hangout. I'm starting to realize what's happening. She's like, hey, my guy. She told me, though, when I got there, like, hey, my guy's over there. Can you just, like, act like.
Oh, so she actually asked you.
Yeah.
Did you feel okay about it?
No, I was like.
It was weird?
Because you should have told me to begin with.
Before you got there.
Before I got there. And here's the other thing that pissed me off. She asked a bunch of dudes. So
you weren't even her first choice?
No. So I don't know who her first choice was. I might have been. I don't know if that's the case, though. But then one of her ex-boyfriends shows up and he's all drunk. And like all these guys start showing up. And it's like, dude, if I say yes, right? You don't invite other people. Or if you invite other people and then you invite me, you tell them, hey, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You don't have them all show up.
Wow, she was really trying to do a number on this guy. She's look how many D's I can get. I can get any of them.
It was so annoying because then her ex-boyfriend.
Look.
Yeah, no, her exes were horrible. Her exes were the one dude, which I don't know if this was the same guy she was trying to make jealous. Remember I was saying how I was working at GameStop with her and, people don't like me. So her ex came in and left. We had like a, hello, how you doing, whatever.
Yeah.
But then later on, like down the week, she's like, hey, my boyfriend hates your guts. And I'm like, why? We literally just met once. Well, he says you don't take yourself too seriously.
Oh, yes.
And I'm a teenager working at GameStop. Like, what are you talking about? I'm trying to have fun and make everyone else's time here good.
Working at GameStop.
Like, so she already has bad judgment in picking people. So one of the dudes who showed up is her ex-boyfriend, and he's hammered. So now, most of the time, she had to take him up in the hotel room and, like, put him to bed because he was sloshed. Now, a lot of you might go, Nick, they obviously were having sex or whatever. Maybe, but he was a mess. And she literally was like, oh, I gotta take care of this for real. So now I'm hanging out with her other friends there. And I'm like, what am I doing?
Right.
And her other friends like, wow, you're really hot, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, great. But like, I don't know what I'm doing now. Like, this is ridiculous. Like an hour and a half, 2 hours later, she finally comes back down.
Wow, how awkward. So I'm assuming that was the last time you guys hung out.
Yes.
I'm assuming after that you were like,
I'm not doing it. And she's like, oh, no, can you like make it look? I'm like, just like, no.
No, because that's weird. And also, why are you asking me? You invited 10 other people.
And I'm like, I don't know what you're doing with ex-boyfriend up there. Like, I don't want to.
That's such a shady situation.
Oh, I was just like, this is stupid.
That's not a classy.
Dumb.
Yeah, that's not a classy move. No. I am such a big advocate of when you go through a rough breakup, don't try to make your ex-partner jealous. Just lick your wounds at home. Go through whatever feelings you got to go through. It sucks. It's going to be a bummer.
And most dudes can see right through that. It would be better if no one showed up and you were just having a good time.
Yes, much better. Yeah. I mean, really, the best thing you can do is just move on and take care of yourself. That's my best advice for going through a breakup.
It was a weird night, man, because I had to then follow her friends around to like other hotel rooms for like these little party social interactions, and I'm just like, I hate all of this.
That sounds terrible.
It was. I didn't like it.
I can honestly say I've never ever done that. Got a guy to try to make an ex jealous. Like, it's never even entered my mind to be like, let's do that. Like, that just seems so stupid.
And I've never done that to a girl. Like, to me, it's done. It's done. Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, so weird.
Because if I care enough to make you jealous, shows I still care.
You still care, exactly.
My thing is I don't care. I do not care. I just do whatever you move on. Please just leave me alone. Please find someone else. Post your photos how you love them. That makes me feel good knowing you're not going to come back to me.
Except that they probably are still going
Of course that's the whole point of them doing that. And I get that. But yeah, no, it's so stupid. So stupid.
Yeah, if I were you, dude, I'd maybe move on because it seems like your friend group sucks and your ex sucks. So.
I mean, you could have a conversation and just be like, hey.
Try.
Obviously, this is what's happening. I hate this. Can we do something about this? I don't want to be like, don't hang out with her. But at the same time, I don't know if I can. And if they're like, well, we don't care or we're going to hang out with her, then they're not your friends anymore. You just got to realize they're done too and you got to move on.
Yeah, then you just move on.
Which sucks because if you thought they were your good friends for who knows how long, I mean, that's beat.
I know. That's such a bummer. You lose your friends to your ex-girlfriend who's being garbagey to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh.
Got a long one?
Yeah, sort of.
Oh, no, a bad one?
Sure.
Okay, this is going to be fun.
It's a girl talking. Moving on. Today, my brother-in-law felt up my butt as he walked by me.
Oh.
While he was with his 4-year-old kid.
Oh.
He looked back over his shoulder afterwards and smirked.
Oh my.
I told him firm and disgusted, don't do that. I'm 34. It's a weird place to put that.
Yeah, what does that have? She was like, I'm still hot. I still got it.
I'm
my brother-in-law still grabbing that butt.
Sure, okay. He has a recent history of making inappropriate jokes towards me. Nothing overt, usually so subtle that he can claim plausible deniability or whatever, but today was a clear violation. I'm planning on telling my sister tomorrow. That's going to go over well.
That's going to be really bad, dude.
It's weird. When you tell people like, hey man, he did this, he did that, they never believe you.
I know.
It's so weird. Like, why would I make that up?
Why would I lie?
I know it probably ruined our relationship. Oh, she already knows that.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. It's going to. It's going to be horrible.
Because she's already overlooked him doing some downright horrible things to stay with him.
Oh.
And I can't be around him anymore. My boyfriend thinks I should have slapped him or had a more aggressive response, but honestly, I was in shock. No, you should have. You should have made a big scene.
You should have made a big scene.
You can't let that go.
That's the thing. But I understand her thing of like being in shock. Like when something like that happens, you're just like, what the?
No.
And it's like a weird moment of like, oh my God.
You take that and you pimp smack him right in the face.
But yeah, I agree. You should have made a big deal out of it and smacked him. But I also understand how you can be shocked and sort of freeze in that moment.
Any advice is appreciated. And then she also did update it because I think people were not nice to her or something like that.
They weren't nice to her?
I don't know. We'll see. She goes, update. My sister didn't want to meet for lunch and asked follow-up questions. She said there's nothing she can do to help me. And she asked me why I didn't say anything when it happened. I told her I didn't want her help. I wanted to inform her of why I won't be around him anymore. I asked her why she didn't tell someone right after the first time he put his hands on her. Oh, so she's also abusive towards your sister.
No, this situation's screwed.
She, of all people, should know it takes time to process this. Okay. And why is it always people say to the assault victims, why didn't you blah, blah, blah? And
She's
not
right.
asking the person doing the assault, why did you do it?
She's right, though. That's the thing. It's always up to like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do this? It's easy to say that after the fact when it's not happening to you in the moment.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to be understanding. Like, yes, she should have made a big deal out of it, but you don't always think to do that. It's not always your first response. And you can have this weird moment of like, do I say something? Is that going to make things worse? Like sometimes you do need time to think about it. I think that it sucks. You're probably going to ruin your relationship with your sister, but you shouldn't be around that and you shouldn't put yourself through it and you should get the hell away. Because if she's in an abusive relationship and she stayed with him, you're not going to get her away.
No.
You can talk to her as much as you want. She's not going to take your side on this. It doesn't matter. The fact that she's with him after he's hit her, it's over. It's done. You got to let your sister go. It sucks and I hate to say it. Be there for her if she decides to exit the relationship, but you can't make her and she's not going to unless she wants to.
I'm sure she's hearing the whole, yeah, he beat me, but we've been through so much together.
Yeah, of course.
But he's been better.
He says he's sorry every time. He says, they always say they're sorry. They always say they're sorry every time.
The past few months have been great. He's been so much better.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't have to say that. Things have been good lately. He's really changed. Sure he has.
Oh
sure
my God.
He has.
It's
You know,
a
he
mess.
punched me in the face a few times, but you know what? That's behind us. What?
He only broke my nose once. Not a big deal.
If he is going after your sister, right? I don't see it where he's not actually cheating on you.
Of course.
To the other sister.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're grabbing the sister's ass in front of his own kid, he doesn't care. He knows he can do whatever he wants.
And you will sit down and take it.
He could beat his wife.
Mm-hmm.
He could grope the sister. He's probably cheating. I mean, it's because no one's stopping him. No one's questioning him. Why would he stop? You know, it doesn't make any sense for him to stop his behavior.
This is why women should be able to carry a firearm.
Yeah, but it sounds like the sister doesn't want to do anything.
I'm saying the girl that got her butt grabbed.
No, she would go to jail for it. You can't shoot someone for grabbing your butt.
I'm not saying shoot them. You can take it out though.
That's a bad situation. And then you scar a 4-year-old kid who has no idea what's going on.
Oh, that poor kid. He's
Yeah.
gonna have such a bad life.
Yeah.
Oof, that sucks. That sucks real bad.
That's no good. Yeah, I don't understand it. Like why women want to stay around abuse, and men too. I mean, I see from the other side.
It happens to both.
It's not physical. It could be verbal or psychological, where you're not allowed to see your friends, not allowed to go out.
I think a lot of it is low self-esteem. I think low self-esteem is kind of the driving factor in a lot of these unhealthy relationships because they feel like they either can't get better, they don't want to be alone.
This
if
is
it's
the
not
best
this,
I can do.
this is the best
as
I
my
can
friend
do.
Mike said.
He actually said it.
Yeah, he said
That's what's crazy.
He's in by far the worst toxic relationship I've ever seen. And to him, I'm the crazy one. I should mind my business. I shouldn't say anything. And he's right to an extent.
No, but you tried. That's the thing.
As I try, I'm trying to be a good friend. Like if I'm seeing this madness, I'm like, I would hope you would do the same for me and say something. But he doesn't want to. To him, this is his life, and it's supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be. This is normal. Everyone's relationship is like this. And he sees it that way. Same with Henry, his brother.
Right.
I'm not allowed to go out. I'm not allowed to have fun, but that's normal. You know, my wife, she can do whatever she wants. That's how it goes. That's how life is. And it's like,
happy wife, happy life.
what are you talking about, you crazy person? And what's the quote? As he said, Nick, we can't all be as lucky as you. You can, because you choose your own life.
Right. You choose your partner. You're the
Yeah.
one that chooses who you're with. And it's not like they're forcing, like you're forced to be with someone. This isn't arranged marriage land. You can choose who you marry.
Yeah.
Or who you
So
decide to share your life
weird.
with. Yeah.
I don't know. Did I mention on the show that, you know, after the end where he had a going away party, which I wasn't invited to, the only reason I knew about it is because his brother-in-law told me, after I saw him one time within like 2 years, hadn't invited me out, and his brother-in-law was like, hey, we're having a going away party. I'm like, oh, I did not know. No one invited me, because, you know, the wife hates me for meeting me like once or twice, even though me and her were super nice to her.
We were so nice to her.
And then the day comes and we never actually got the invite.
No, didn't know where it was. Nothing.
Didn't invite, didn't say anything. We're like, hey, you guys aren't here. Where are you? Because we're down the
Absolutely
block.
nothing.
We could just go.
Oh, yeah. We lived so close.
And
Like, it
then
was
months later,
ridiculous.
after they moved to Tennessee, he hits me up in my Discord channel like, hey, salutations from Tennessee. And I'm like, are you serious? At this point, how dare you?
Right. Acting like everything is fine.
How dare? So I said to my buddy, I was like, let's just throw him out. I was like, because this is like, I blocked him already on everything. Like, I'm done. I'm trying to be a good friend. You don't want to be friends. So I'm done with you. It's over. I couldn't believe everything was cool. So I'm like, nope, delete, gone, goodbye. You're out of the group. And that's
He's
it.
never reached back out since then.
No.
Huh? He's not going to.
No.
Like, that's his new life. And so it's pretty much over.
What I want to do is get their address and send books about toxic relationships. And just keep sending one like every month.
I remember you saying that about doing that.
Yeah.
And it is really funny. That is a very funny troll to do.
And then send books to his wife about being a bad partner or whatever
About
books
being
they have.
controlling.
About controlling and how it's not good. And if I had like real money, like if I was a gazillionaire, I would buy the house next door to them and be like, hey neighbor, how you doing? And really piss her off.
Who could you get their address from? Mike, maybe?
He would never give it to me because he don't talk to me either now. You know, because I said too much about, hey man, you know, things aren't like...
This isn't healthy.
This isn't healthy.
Right.
We came to say hello to you, and your wife was angry that we were outside your place saying hello. Like, what the hell are you talking? Like, what? That's not normal, man.
No, that's not normal. And like, I couldn't go in and use the bathroom because she might freak out. That's how
she already was freaking out.
She was freaking out. He was like, yeah, it's probably not the best. I had to go use the bathroom at Dennis's parents' house, which was a hilarious situation all in itself. The way that his parents were staring at me was hysterical.
They're immigrants from China, and they don't speak much English. And the mom's pretty...
The mom was very nice.
She was nice
like,
to me when I grew up.
Hi.
Yeah.
Like, she was trying to say hi, but the dad just stared at me like
Dude,
this.
I've known Dennis since middle school. I've never talked to his dad, never met his dad.
That's so
I've seen him a
funny.
few times, and he just gives like a weird look. So I can't imagine a white blonde girl walking in like,
they
who
were
the
like,
hell are you?
Who the hell is this woman?
Yeah.
Is Dennis bringing home prostitutes now? What's going on?
It's interesting.
Yeah, it was hysterical. But yeah, I wasn't even allowed to go in and use the bathroom, which for me is so weird. Like, if I ever have to explain to my friends or family that they can't come up and use my bathroom,
Yeah.
that is just a bad situation.
But to him, that
be
was
in.
normal. Hey, we all go, everyone deals with this. This is just normal life. Okay, buddy. Sure it is.
So insane.
Sure it is. Okay.
Moving on?
Yeah, moving on. Because I don't know how to help you, lady.
I mean, you have to cut them both out of your life.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to
that's
say,
it.
but you do.
Your sister has to grow up and realize this guy's not good, but you'll never convince her.
You won't convince her. It's the same thing of like being, it sucks. It hurts to have it happen to you as someone who loves her, and it hurts to.
Are you talking from experience? Is your sister a drug addict in jail right now?
Yes.
Is she loves meth more than her own children?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes. So look, I've been through this, and things that got super rough, and it's hard to see someone you love throw their life away like that. But it doesn't matter how much you tell. The only thing you can say to them is, I am there for you. I will be here for you if you need me.
Yeah, screw that.
Oh God, no, you got to. You have to. But you cannot make them want to leave the situation. You can't make them want to stop doing drugs. You can't make them do anything that they don't want to do. So you can tell them, hey, I love you. I care about you. I will be here for you, but I can't be in this situation, and I can't put myself in danger, whether it's being around drugs or being around drug addicts or an abusive boyfriend who is groping you, by the way. So it's an insanely dangerous situation to put yourself in. I'm not going to put myself in that situation. So this relationship isn't going to continue like this. And that's all you can do. That's it. It sucks, but that's all.
You're too nice. If you abandoned two of your own children, I'm not messing with you.
Because I try to be understanding of the fact that drugs are an addiction.
That's great.
It's a legitimate illness.
Sure it is. But if you're too crappy to abandon your 2 children, there's nothing. I don't want to be part of that. You know, it's just, there's not. If you can't see how messed up that is, and you're going to talk to me like everything's peachy, no.
I am upset that she never acknowledged that she did anything wrong. It bothers me. It does.
Because she doesn't think she did. As soon as she gets out of jail, it's going to go right back to drugs are great. Kids? What kids? I don't have kids. Oh, I'm going to have another kid, but then give that one away as well.
Yeah.
No, go screw.
It's unfortunate, but yes.
The only way they learn is like, hey, we ain't messing with you anymore, man. That's it. You got to grow up and then it'll be part of your life. Till then, bye-bye.
Yeah, when you come to me with an apology.
Yeah.
And one that you mean, by the way.
Yeah.
Not just like oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm real sorry. Like, no, you actually need to understand what you did to the people that are close to you and the people that love you. And it sucks. It sucks to watch a person that happened to a person that you love. It's awful. I was not in a good place for a very long time.
It was, what did I think I say? It will never end. It will only get worse over time. You got to just realize this is the situation. It never ends.
No,
I've seen it happen. My uncle was a drug addict. It never ended. There was always something happening.
My cousin is a drug addict, and she actually has her act together and got all of her kids back.
She is the 0.001%.
I know.
Listen, it can happen.
I'm amazed that she did. It was really rough there for her for a while. She had 6 kids.
I mean,
6.
Jesus. There's no need for that.
That is a lot of children.
1 is too many.
That is a lot of children. 6 is a ton.
Ugh.
So, but she has them all back, and I'm proud of her. She's working hard.
Yeah. Moving on.
All
right, so this is a guy talking. He says, so when I signed up for Instagram a while ago, there was a section for pronouns. I'm a bit of a joker with things like that. My Facebook he meant pronouns. He wrote pronounce. My Facebook pronouns. Oh, no, he did mean I can't read. My brain is just like shutting down. Read good. My Facebook pronounces, I think he meant. He wrote this so poorly.
Okay.
My Facebook pronounces my name, I'm fixing it for him, button is basically biggest caucus.
Okay.
Pretty funny when the robot voice pronounces it.
Okay.
Anyway.
Biggest caucus. Got it.
I put on my Instagram bio, my pronouns are Archbishop/God Emperor.
Okay.
I ended up going on a date with some girl. She added me on Instagram later. And basically, she asked a brick about my pronouns joke. She started going on some tirade about how I'm a bigot.
Oh, Jesus.
I have nothing against trans people, but I think a lot of the neo pronouns are goofy, like Zay. It's X-E. Is that Zay?
Zay, yeah.
Zay, what's...
Zay Zem, is that one of them?
Z-I-R he put?
Zay Zer. Yeah, there's all kinds of weird ones.
I don't even know what they're talking about.
I know that there's like a Zay Zem, and I don't know what it means, but I've heard people bring it.
Okay, so Zay, Zer, and Zay, what's Z-H-E-Y?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
And he even writes whatever.
Yeah, okay. So he might just be being like the whatever nonsense ones.
So I explained to her it's a joke, more about me pretending to be better than I am by telling people to refer to me as God Emperor. And basically, she blocked me. Is my sense of humor extreme or something?
No. She sucks.
I mean, did we talk about this last week?
Yeah, I think we might have talked about this last week.
The idea...
she sucks. You don't want to be with her anyway. She sounds like a buzzkill loser, no fun a-hole.
Yeah.
Screw her. That's ridiculous. You really block someone over that? Get the hell out of here.
Last week we talked about, it was the first question was the guy was like, I'm a pretty progressive guy.
Yeah.
But I don't like women with hairy legs. And he was like, I need to be better, right? I'm the problem.
No.
And we're like, what the hell are you talking about?
Ridiculous.
And I made the point of that if you're not transphobic, but you don't want to date a trans person who has a penis, you're then a big bigot.
Right.
Not to everyone, but to a lot of people. And to me, that's crazy, but this is showing my point of like, this guy's just making a joke. He's not being hateful.
No.
He's not trying to hurt people.
It's funny.
He thinks
stupid, but I liked it.
Biggest caucus and, God Emperor Archbishop is funny. And to some people it is.
Archbishop.
But to act like he's a bigot and hating on people... Like, where are these women coming from?
Isn't that the final straw that got Gina Carano fired because she put beep boop in her
Really?
Yes.
That was all it was?
I think that was the final straw. It was the memes, and then she said beep boop in her pronouns section on, I think, Twitter and Instagram. And I think that is at least part of what got her fired from Disney, which like one of the most, it's just absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. I've heard people even say that if you don't have your pronouns in your bio, you're a bigot.
What?
Oh, yes.
I don't care.
I refuse.
If I put that in there, I feel like an a-hole.
Yeah.
I feel like a douche if I ever did that.
Because it's not for us.
No.
We don't need that. It's for the people that don't identify as maybe the gender that they look like or whatever we're born at. Fine. Put it in there if you want to. But asking everyone to do it is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Like, just leave me alone.
Care.
I'm fine. I don't give a crap. Look, you look at me and you know. I mean, it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
When did words become more of an issue than actual physical violence?
I don't know, but somewhere along the way that did happen. And it's bizarre.
I could punch someone in the face, right?
Yeah.
But if I say anything that might be offensive, that is technically worse than me actually assaulting someone.
Yes.
In New York, I could take a brick and smash someone's head with it, and they will let me out the same day, being like, hey, you're good to go. But if I say something online that's perceived as bigotry, that's really not, I am the most hated person in the world.
I know.
How does that make any sense?
I don't know. It's so ridiculous. Especially when, look, I understand if someone's legitimately being a hateful jerk.
But you know it when you see it.
Saying. Exactly.
You know it.
And even then, it's like, yeah, all right, that person sucks, but toughen up a bit and move on. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you go, hey, that guy sucks. I'm not going to interact with him.
Yeah.
Block.
Screw
Done.
that guy.
It's over.
Block, mute. I've blocked and muted a few people just because they say crappy things. And then I'm like, well, and then I move on with my day. And yes, it sucks. Yes, it's annoying. But I wish you could get rid of garbage people, but you can't. And there's so many things that you read that it's like clearly a joke and it's not done in any sort of a hateful spirit. So I don't understand getting upset about that. It's not minimizing your experience. It's not minimizing what you've gone through. It's taking what is it? What is it from Raging Bull? The quote, I take the awful, terrible things in my life.
Raging Bull?
Not Raging Bull. What am I thinking of?
King of Comedy.
King of Comedy. I messed that up.
Yeah, the boxer.
Raging Bull is what we have to watch next, or one of them.
Yes.
I see the awful, terrible things in my life, and I turn it into something funny. And that's just a line from this hilarious, ridiculous movie, but it's true. That's kind of the whole point of comedy is you take these awful things and you make them funny.
No, you're punching down.
Oh,
you can't joke about that.
If I hear one more person say punching down, I'm going to punch them. This is ridiculous.
Which will be okay, apparently.
Apparently,
as long as
that'll
you're
be
not saying
fine.
words at them.
I know. I'll be like, oh my God, I'll use your pronouns. You're so brave. Smack. Like, it's just ridiculous.
When I see people I know, I brought this up before. The girl I went to school with, Charlotte Nicole, who is somehow comedy director at like William Morris, even though she doesn't like comedy, doesn't know who Joe Rogan was when I invited her to the show back in the day.
That's so insane to me.
Yeah, I was like, he's the biggest podcaster of all time.
And a big comedian. I mean, he's been doing stand-up
She's like, I don't know. Oh, the Fear Factor guy? Like, it took her a while. Like, oh, wait. I'm like, oh, you suck. She put her pronouns in her Instagram thing. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's so douchey.
It's really douchey.
Like, you're not gay, you're not a lesbian, you're not queer, you're not you just to make yourself look like holier than now that you're a good person. Like, oh God.
That's why they do it. It's so dumb.
Ugh.
It's so dumb.
Gross.
I know, I hate it. It's the whole look at me, I'm such a good person thing. It's virtue signaling. I hate virtue signaling. I think it's crap.
It's like we're training everyone to be phonies.
I know.
Just be a phony. Like, why?
Like, if there's something that you really believe in, whatever it is, whether it's mental health or trans, like whatever, I understand being an activist to an extent if it's something that you're like, you know what, I feel really passionate about
but
this.
Not going after everyone. Everyone's a bigot. Everyone is hate. It's like, oh, you're losing us. I was on your side.
I know. Well, that's the thing. It's the same sort of thing with body positivity. And I bring this up a lot and I talk about it a lot.
Fat's healthy.
But it drives me crazy.
I mean, fat's healthy. That's what Lizzo told me fat's healthy. You got to accept it. You're a bigot.
I can't. Body positivity started as a great movement. As someone who has hated my body for as long as I've had one and who has grown up constantly with an eating disorder, constantly wanting to be skinnier. I thought when body positivity started, you're like, oh man, yeah, normal bodies. Like you see people that look normal and you're like, oh, dang, that's cool.
Yeah, 400 pounds. That's normal.
They took it too far.
What?
They took it too far and they start celebrating morbid obesity. And you're like, that is so unhealthy.
I'm hearing bigotry words right now.
That's
morbid obesity.
It's crazy.
No, I see healthy. I see healthy.
It's not healthy.
I'm not going to put up with that in this household.
Oh my God. Oh, it just drives me insane. It drives me so crazy. They always take these good movements and then they take it too far.
Also, you should hate yourself. You're the white devil. You know, you're the reason for slavery, by the way. I just want to let you know, you should pay reparations.
I don't have any money. I don't know where they're going to get it from.
Better start. I mean, you had lineage in the South, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, I'm joking. Of course you didn't. I know you didn't. I'm joking.
I'm pretty sure they were all from
We're both from Europe. We have nothing to do with... Yeah, I know.
And like Sweden. I'm like 99% sure none of my family were slave owners.
Yeah, no, me neither. We didn't live here. We had no family here.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
I know.
You're straight from what? Like what?
Italy and Germany.
Yeah.
Straight up. They just moved here. My grandparents were the ones who moved here.
Yeah, so you don't have very many generations.
None. So yeah, that whole thing is that we should all
You know
be...
what's really funny? This happened to me once. And I always consider myself a very what's the word I'm looking for? Tolerant person.
Not
I've
anymore.
always been super tolerant.
Nope.
I don't care what you do.
You're a hate monger.
Oh, it's so wild to me though, because I just never have seen myself that way, but they've gotten so weird with it. I actually was working with this guy. This was when I was waiting tables, and we were complaining about bad tippers and that sort of stuff that came up. And this one guy was like, yeah, but I feel kind of like, don't you feel kind of guilty because you're white? And I was like, what? He actually said that.
Wait, hold on. So if someone tips you badly, and I'm guessing if they're a minority,
yes,
you should feel bad.
Yes.
How does that make any sense?
It was so weird. I was like, wait, why? He's like, but don't you feel like guilty for being born white? And he actually asked me that, and I was like, no. Why would
you feel guilty?
I have zero control over any of that.
Why would you feel guilty?
You just be a good person while you're here. Like, that's all you can control. And it was just the most bizarre exchange that I've ever had.
I love it.
He was like, I feel guilty. I was like, what?
Well, you, as a white person, you got so many opportunities that you work as a waitress, as a server in a restaurant. Wow, you're real killing it.
I don't
It's not even like you were some corporate job where you're like the president. You're like, literally, I make minimum wage. I work off tips at this crappy job. Yeah, you're right. I feel so guilty about all the things I've gotten in life. Now, people would say, Nick, how dare you say that? She gets to walk through the streets, not be harassed by cops. All right, fine.
No, but I do get to walk through the streets being harassed by lots of men.
Yes, by minority men, by the way.
And
white men too.
White men too. Just any guy.
But my point being, it's all encompassed. But the thing is, you could argue back and forth either way.
Right.
But like, why argue?
What's the point?
Why? It doesn't change anything.
I know. And by the way, I actually have been followed through the store by a cop. I was stealing, but they...
Yeah, I got jumped by police. They thought I was stealing cars.
You were,
they thought I was Russian mob.
A Russian mob.
I was not.
Yeah, no, I got followed through this. I was, stealing candy. I was a kid, but they still saw me.
You got away with it because of your white skin.
No, I did not.
You got caught.
Oh yeah, they got caught. The cops were following me. They made me put the candy back.
Well, they would have. If you were black, they would have beaten you. You would have been in jail.
Maybe.
You would have been in the system.
There aren't any black kids in Hawaii.
What?
There were like 4.
I
know I've said this before, but there really aren't. It's all Asian and Pacific Islander there, really.
If Hawaii was owned by Disney, they would make that place very diverse very quickly.
I went to school with one black girl.
They would get a bunch of black people, throw them on a ship, put them over there, and they'd be like, oh, wait a minute. What did we oh, this is bad. This is not a good look. We put them on a ship. Oh, no. Oh, who okayed this? No, this is not going to play out right.
PR nightmare.
And Hawaii, we're giving them all these great houses that were plantations. Oh no! Wait a minute, because Hawaii is all plantations.
It's all plantations.
Yeah, that'd be horrible.
It was the sugarcane plantation,
Oh,
so
boy.
there's all these old plantation houses.
This is a PR nightmare. We were doing the right thing.
Yeah.
We were trying to make Hawaii more diverse.
Oh no, it's plenty diverse.
Well, Asian doesn't count as diverse. I know.
Oh, I see.
I know that's a big thing.
What about Pacific Islanders?
No, it doesn't count. It has to be black. It has to be Spanish or Latinx, as they call it.
There are some Spanish people in Kona, but it sucks because they're all like gang members.
Really?
Yeah. They apparently there's it was a big problem where there were a bunch of them were in Kona selling drugs. Not all of them. I'm just saying.
So are there Hawaii gangs at all? Like Hawaiian Asian gangs?
No, not really.
So that's great. So a bunch of Spanish people. Are they Spain, Mexico, or some other country I don't know about?
Mexico, as far as I know.
So they came from Mexico and they're just doing gang stuff they would do in LA over in Hawaii.
Yeah, that's what I'd heard.
That's hilarious.
I'd heard that they were over there selling drugs and it was becoming a bit of a problem.
They were like, hey, there's no other people on the turf. We could just take it.
Well, you got to be careful because local guys will fight hard, though, for real.
Yeah, I guess, but there's no other like organized crime.
Right. No, there's not really organized crime in Hawaii.
That's
You can't really
funny.
get away with that. There's the errant people who cook meth and sell meth, I guess, and that's kind of about it.
Your sister would know those people.
She would. She would. Yeah.
Interesting.
Hawaii is a very interesting place to grow up. It's incredibly diverse. I grew up around so many different kinds of cultures.
Yes.
Just not
all the cultures.
all the cultures.
So there's no
but
black people.
Not really.
There wasn't many white people, which you said has changed now.
It's changed a lot.
There's
There are
more
a
white people
lot
now.
More white people now, yeah. When I was growing up, not as many.
But it's mainly just Asian. Different types of Asian.
a lot of Asian, mostly Japanese.
Mostly Japanese.
But plenty of Chinese, Filipino, a lot of Filipino, Thai, and then, the Pacific Islander, of course.
Right.
Yeah. And a lot of people are just mixed. It's a mixed bag there. I'm so happy that I grew up there, though. Just culturally, I think it was cool to grow up in that kind of an environment. I'd never seen so many white people until I went to Connecticut once.
Oh yeah, depending on where you are.
I was like, oh my God.
Connecticut can go either way. Like if you're in a nicer area, it's
Right.
all white. But there's some bad areas that horrible. But every state has their
Every state's got,
horrible.
of course.
Jersey has Camden, Trenton, Newark. It's just trash, But there's also beautiful areas too. So
It's like that wherever you go.
Yeah, wherever you go.
Yeah, that's true.
moving on. I'm sure we canceled about
I was
our
gonna say, we're gonna
racist tirade we were on about just talking about things.
And that's the funny thing. It's like, I don't hate anyone.
I should just eventually put up a picture of me and my friends and go, yeah, cancel me for this. All my non-white friends. I have no white friends. So go screw.
Don't have any white friends.
Just
Except for Nick.
Just Nick here in Jersey.
Yeah, Nick here in Jersey. He's
That's
the
it.
only one.
I have one white friend. This guy says, this woman says, more interesting.
Lesbian?
No.
Oh.
I'm a 25 female. I work in a fairly busy hospital as a... Nick can't read good.
Let me see.
Phlebotomist. A phlebotomist.
Phlebotomist?
A phlebotomist. What's a phlebotomist?
Phlebotomist.
What's that?
I actually don't know, but I've heard the word.
PHLE. And then botanist.
Phlebotomist.
A phlebotomist.
Phlebotomist.
All right,
Let's look it
Bubba.
up. I don't have my phone. I want
it's
to know.
fine.
I want to know what a phlebotomist
Who cares?
is.
Slash, she even says lab person. So I could just been like, she's a lab person.
She works in the lab.
I'm a master of the custodial arts. What? I'm a janitor. Oh, okay. I understand.
Master of the custodial
That was
arts.
half baked. That was Dave Chappelle. They were making fun of that even before it happened. Because now that's a thing. That all titles are changed like these crazy.
To make it sound cool, really, you're just a cashier.
Yeah. Well, what is it now? I was looking up jobs.
Yeah, I remember you saying it was like customer service expert or something.
No, customer service representative is any regular job. Like if you work at a Domino's and just make the pizza, you're a customer service representative.
Yeah.
If you work at Target, you're a customer service representative. It's like, very odd.
No.
It's kind of deceiving. It's like, oh wait,
yes.
Am I the register guy? I am? I thought I was the customer service representative. Oh, that's this? Oh.
Yeah, no, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's awful.
My coworker had a baby a few months ago, and it takes 2 45-minute paid breaks to pump breast milk. That's on top of her 30-minute company-mandated lunch break per an 8-hour shift. I'm supposed to cover her while she's away, which at first I was fine with. I don't think that new moms should be banished to their homes while they're breastfed. So I was more breastfeed, not fed. That'd be weird if the mother was getting breastfed by someone else. Breastfeed.
Very weird.
It's Shafeed. What was it? Shahid? What? Damn it.
It's Shafeed.
It's Shafeed, yeah. So I was more happy to accommodate her schedule to pump breast milk. However, she is inconsiderate with her timing and acts as though her schedule to pump takes priority over everything, including busy rushes and everyone else's breaks. Like she is more important than everyone else because she is a mom, which she has insinuated on many occasions. I tried to let it slide, but I came back from lunch one day and she was timing my lunch break on a timer. I never take more than 30 minutes. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, she's being a jerk in this situation.
God.
A complete A.
I have to pick up her slack multiple times per shift, and she doesn't offer a simple thank you. Instead, she makes sure I don't get a minute more out of break than I'm entitled to. I feel like she's taking advantage of me, being new to the job and younger than most staff. If she gets to take an hour, 0.5 plus hours, 1.5 plus hours extra break, then I feel like I should be able to as well. I told my close friend that I was going to say something to this new coworker, but she said I would seem like an a-hole and a hater of new moms if I said anything. probably right, which is unfortunate.
I know.
Would I be an a-hole if I asked her to cover for me for an equal amount of time she spent pumping breast milk? There's no way that's happening.
No, absolutely not.
I don't know what she means, but aim to spend 15 to 20 minutes hook. Oh, okay. So I wrote that. Never mind. So the whole thing on this is that the amount of time she's taking is inconsiderate. She's obviously taking advantage of this, right? We both agree she's taking advantage.
She's being an
a real B.
She's being a real B word, guys.
So she basically takes almost an hour and a half to 2 hours per shift to pump breast milk, right? And to me, that sounded too long. So I looked it up. And it says it takes normally 15 to 20 minutes to pump. The most 30 minutes or more.
Yeah.
So she's full of crap.
Yeah, no. And I was talking to my friend that just had a baby, and she was telling me this is stuff that she's just learning. She didn't know is that you do have to pump every few hours, though, because if you don't, your body thinks it doesn't need to make the milk, and it slows down the breast milk production. So then you don't have as much as you need.
But not 2 hours straight.
So it is not 2 hours straight. Yeah. So it is important that you do it. But you just have to every 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, you go for 15 or 20 minutes and you do it. And it is an inconvenience, even for the mom. I'm sure you have to stop. But it sounds like this lady's being a complete jerk about it. She's literally doing this on purpose and taking advantage and being, controlling of your time. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, like everyone's
covering for
everyone's doing a favor for this mom.
Right.
But she's being a see you next Tuesday, a big C.
Big C.
And I don't know why. It's like these people who get these power trips. It's like, we're helping you out. And now you're timing my breaks. You're going off for 2 hours and we can't say anything. Because she's right. If she says something, most people are going to be on the mom side, not realizing the situation.
Right.
Which is unfortunate because she's being a real just, ooh.
I would be so annoyed. I feel like at that point, maybe you just need to spend a little more time at home then. Maybe you come back to work in a more of a part-time capacity.
You're not convincing this lady. Why would she go home, not get paid, when she can go to work, take huge breaks, control the situation, and get paid for it? Right?
So lame. I know.
Of course
no,
it's
you're
lame,
right.
But
you're
she's
right.
king of the castle. She's the queen.
Ugh. See, that's another example of we go too far. I'm not saying you shouldn't be accommodating. Having a kid probably is terrible. And, you know, at first things are rough and you do got to pump. I would give the mom time to pump. But don't be a see you next Tuesday about it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't take, as the boss, I'd come in and be like, look, you can go in and pump. You get your time to pump. But if she wants to go take a 5-minute break, you got to cover her too. I'm not saying she should get the same amount of time because she's not pumping. She doesn't need to, but she should go get
pump
extra.
On.
I like when I pump up, I like to buzz up.
Horrible.
When I'm in the gym, I'm coming.
Two horrible impressions of that.
That was terrible.
But every time I think of pump, I think of Arnold for some reason.
Well, because of that clip.
Because of that clip. Yeah, I think you're screwed, man.
Yeah,
or lady, I should say.
Sucks.
I don't know. I mean, you could go to management, but they're probably too afraid to do anything because it's bad PR. No matter how much of an ass this lady's being.
You could make a report to HR.
Yeah, but they're not going to want to do anything.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's bad. It looks bad on them about, a new mom. It comes in the paper about how they're harassing a new mom about her breaks, not caring about any of the details because it's a better headline to be like, well, look what they're doing to this mom.
Yeah, I know it sucks.
Yeah, I think you're screwed. Maybe leave the job. If it's like a crappy job, just leave and not deal with it. Because it sounds like even if this goes away, right, eventually she's not going to be pumping anymore. How long do they pump for? Do you know? Like how many months?
I've got no idea.
How many months go by, she's going to come back and she's still going to be an a-hole. She's still going to be a jerk. You're not going to want to work with her to begin with.
Yeah, it sounds
she's
like
timing your breaks. Like, really?
That's so horrible.
Get out of here, man.
That's so horrible. The most you could do is if you're taking a long break and she's like, oh my God, my boobs hurt because they're so full of milk. I got to get it out of here. You could text and be like, hey, I'm so sorry, but are you coming back soon? Like, I feel like that's the most you can do, but it sounds like she's not that type of person.
When I worked at GameStop, there were times where, there'd be a rush and like you were just not feeling it that day. And if you were a manager, you just walk yourself in the back and just take a 15, just sit down and stare at the wall and go, okay, all right, time's kind of moving. Oh man, I don't want to go back out there. Like you just never wanted to go back out there dealing with those people. But she's taking crazy advantage of this.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you do is when you're super busy and she's like, oh, I'm going on break again. It's like, you're killing us.
Well, not only that, if you're a phlebotomist and you're working in a lab, it's not like you're working with the public. You know what I mean?
So wait, so what? I don't understand the I'm busy thing. Like there's rushes. Didn't she say that? Am I?
She did say that there are rushes, but I'm assuming maybe they have a lot of samples that they need to get to for whatever.
All right, so it's I guess workload then would be the thing of that. Of like there's a heavy workload and she's just like, you guys got it.
You guys got it. I gotta go pump for 45 minutes. What I'm really doing is eating a snack and watching my stories.
Pretty much.
What a dick.
Yeah, screw you.
Yeah, get the hell out of here, lady. I don't have advice for you. There's not really much you can do.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, that sucks.
Seems like a losing situation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't want to be insensitive.
Ugh. It's so weird because like I always see the overcompensation of stuff like that, but anywhere I ever worked, they never wanted to help me out in my issues.
With any of your mental health,
Nothing.
no.
Literally, I had a doctor's note like, hey, he just needs a couple of weeks working from home. Nothing would change. All the work would be done. Nothing would be different.
Mm-hmm. While he adjusts to his new medication.
Yeah. And the only difference would be you just won't actually see his body.
Yep.
Everything else would be the same.
Yep.
And legally, they have to look at the doctor note and go, we have to abide by this.
Yes.
And Westwood one was like, yeah, we don't care about your doctor's note.
Nope, wouldn't do it. They said that's for like if you break your leg or something. So to them, mental health issues mean absolutely nothing.
Yeah, which is against the law.
I wish we could have done more with that and like
we should have sued them, but it was just a hard time.
We couldn't have done it with how you were doing and the whole thing, and we were moving, and it was just a nightmare. Or we weren't moving yet, but we were.
Same with SiriusXM. They always post about how we're here for mental health and blah blah. And it's
no,
like,
they're not.
When I worked there, I was like going through a horrible time because Ron and Fez was so toxic. And like no one would understand that except unless you worked on the show. So the boss, Rob Cross, was like, maybe you should go back to working at GameStop. It's like that's all you got, buddy. I'm trying to explain like this is a horrible situation here. Like, this is not a good place to work. Like Mark Zito left after a year because he's like, I can't do this. And you're like, maybe you should leave this place. Like, this isn't for you then. It's like, it's not the job. I could do the work. It's the environment. And he didn't care. He could not care less.
No, that's what it is. They basically expect you to. Can you say the S word or no? Even that's
no, you can't say anything.
They basically expect you to eat crap and just deal with it because they don't want to deal with it themselves.
And then I look at social media being like, we're here for our mental health people and blah, blah. I'm like, oh, no, you're not.
No,
bunch of phonies. Not. Ugh.
Hell out of here.
Moving on. Yeah. My boyfriend's mom, my boyfriend's 22. My boyfriend's mom talks to him about her and his dad's sex life.
Ew.
On multiple occasions.
Why?
And he's told me that she makes comments about our sex life as well. I'm not a prude, but I find some of her comments and details she discloses to him about her own sex life weird. Recently, she made a comment about our sex life saying we must have been getting it on and said that she bets you guys get pretty loud. I'm not sure if I'm overreacting, but I don't feel very comfortable with how much and often she shared about the sex life to him and her unsolicited comments about our own sex life. He told me in the past she's tried to compete with some of his girlfriends. What? Although she likes me so far, and there aren't any very good boundaries in the relationship. I don't know what that means. And there aren't very good boundaries in their relationship. What does that sentence mean?
There aren't, I guess, boundaries in the relationship, maybe? There aren't many boundaries in the relationship?
Yeah, she wrote that poorly.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, advice, or suggestions? I mean, his mom's a nut.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's weird, man. Oh. Hey, how are you guys banging? Well, we're banging. Are you banging as hard as we're banging?
You know, your dad rails me pretty good every night.
What? I don't want to hear.
You're giving it to your girlfriend.
Why? And why is her boyfriend like? Yeah, that's my mom. That's how my mom is. Like, no.
No, and this goes beyond like how I've seen some moms who are like, so let's talk. We got to talk about sex and like.
What?
Yeah.
In what way?
In a regular mom way, not a creepy, gross way.
But
not anything to do
why
with
would that ever come up?
Of like, here's how, you know what I mean? You want to make sure you're being safe. You want to make sure you're being healthy. You want to make sure you're respecting the woman.
We're not talking about that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I've heard moms talk about like, you know, you want to respect the woman that you're with and blah, blah, blah.
That's
like,
just life. And you get a certain age, you have that. This is
weird.
The son is how old I said? 22.
Oh, that's so weird.
The girlfriend knows because the boyfriend said, yeah, your mom likes to compete with the other girl. Why is your mom trying to compete with your girlfriends?
Oh,
What's going? She want to bang you?
Weird. Maybe my grandma used to bang her daughter's boyfriends.
That makes more sense to me.
It makes more sense, but it's still pretty trash.
No, it's not good.
It's garbage. Like grandma.
Like she's trying to get hers, but I don't understand why you're trying to compete. You know, I'm your mom, and I'm trying to do better than your girlfriend. Like I don't.
Is that a thing? Is there like weird mom incest stuff where the mom's into their sons?
Oh, of course.
It's gotta be a 100%. Thing, right? Oh my god.
My mom was a creep towards me.
Was she?
Oh, horrible. Yeah. I was her boyfriend, basically. It was disgusting.
Ew.
I only realized that later in life, but I'm like, oh, she was treating me as a
boy. Do you think it was because she was attracted to you or because you couldn't get a boyfriend?
Dude, I don't know. I don't want to know. Really messed my head up. It's not good. I don't get it. I don't understand why your boyfriend's all nonchalant about it. Like that's
like
just
it's
how
not
mom
a big
is.
deal. Yeah, get the hell out of here.
I'd be like, hey, I don't want to be around your mom anymore, and also you need to tell her to stop. If she listen, I'd be like, if your mom says that to you, you gotta be like, you gotta stop this. This is crazy. Yeah. I don't want to hear about you and dad going at it. I don't want you asking about me and the girl going at it. We shouldn't be comparing notes. You shouldn't be trying to compete being better than my girlfriend, because what's the point?
You shouldn't be asking how loud we're having sex.
Yeah, we're not handing out trophies. For this month, mom won. Yay, mom!
Loudest sex goes to mom.
She bangs the best.
Oh,
like, what?
God, that's so weird. That's big for even like an open sexuality household. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's like a whole other level.
Yeah, I don't.
That's not hey, honey, are you being safe? Are you pleasing? Are you actually trying to please her? Which even is to me going a step too far.
Oh, it's so gross.
Oh, God. What's up with these weird incestuous people? Jeez.
I don't know.
There's so much of it. There's so
know.
much of it. There's like everything in our natural biology tells us not to bang people that we're related to, because then you get what's a nice way of putting it? Biological anomalies. I don't know. You get
too many chromosomes.
You get too many whatever it is.
A big old waterhead. I don't think you can
That's
say
a nice
that.
way of putting it.
I don't think you can say that.
I don't think you can say that.
No, that's an old term from like probably the 70s or 80s.
So like there's everything in you is screaming, don't bang anyone that you're related to, that you're allergic to. They're related
should be
to.
allergic.
You should. Well, technically you are, because if you make a baby with someone you're related to, that baby's not coming out so good.
I don't know. My friend is banging his cousin and had multiple kids, and apparently everything's just normal to them. Are they?
I saw that one kid. I don't know. I'm not so sure.
That's messed up, man.
They're cute and all, but look, and it's so weird to me that everything tells you not to do that, yet people are still doing it. Why are they still doing it?
I was listening I was watching a clip from Anthony Cumia's show on Compound, and they had Nick DiPaolo zoom in, and he was saying he used to have a neighbor who everyone knew the father was banging the daughter.
Oh my God.
It was just like known, like, yeah, that's what happens. Now, no, they weren't like, that's great. No one was like pro that. But it was a known thing, so they would be mean to the father, throw rocks at him, and do that. But it was like there was nothing they could do, I guess. But it's like that's those people. That's what they do. I was like, it's a weird thing.
I guess, throw rocks at him. That's what I would do.
They were kids, so it was like, yeah, screw them, whatever.
Yeah, of course. So the poor girl then, like, is that not child endangerment in any way?
I mean, back in the 70s or 60s, I don't even know if that was a thing.
Oh my God.
Not saying like banging your daughter was like legal and cool, but I don't think there was like protective services. And anyway, we talked about this before. They don't do anything to begin with.
Oh God.
They do nothing. I've gotten in more trouble for them being called, but I don't know why they were called. I said something. So someone realized, hey, I think something's going on there. And then my father was just more angry, and it made things worse. So
Ugh.
It's a horrible situation for kids.
Ugh.
They just busted some trafficking ring of kids. It was like all these like Spanish dudes like having some crazy, I forget what state it was. And you just see all their mug shots. And
I think I saw that.
It's like 20 dudes and maybe some girls in there too. But they were,
There's always a couple girls in there. They usually use the girls to get the kids because they trust them.
How do you sleep at night? I don't get that.
I don't know.
How do you sleep? Like I'm literally taking children and selling them to people. Like, I feel okay about that. How?
These are, it's the same thing with murderers and just any of those things.
You know what?
It's like
I can understand murderers more than I can understand that.
Murdering kids?
No, No, murdering in general.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just these people that do. There's a lot of people that you see that you're like, how do you sleep at night? You're a garbage person. I just think that I don't know. There's something missing in the brain. We know very little about the brain. We need to learn more about the brain so we can just start, I don't know, castrating some of these people. Just, you're done. You don't get to live in normal society anymore.
Yeah. But as Epstein taught us all, is that all the elite are doing all that stuff and they don't want that going away at all.
Of course not.
They love it.
No, of course they do.
Yep.
They don't have any consequences.
No.
Because
what is it? XiaLand, is that how you say her name?
XiaLand, whatever.
XiaLand, whatever the hell her name is.
Yeah.
She actually was found guilty, but we don't know any of they weren't bringing these children there for nothing.
Yeah, with no details, no names, just shut her up, put her in jail, it's over. No, don't say anything.
We know nothing, and I guess she gets to live then. Like, we get nothing.
She'll be fine.
We get no people. It wasn't for no one. It wasn't just for him. There were other people involved, and we got to hear nothing about it.
Yeah, no, because all those people are
wild.
like, shh, don't say anything.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely ridiculous.
That's fun. That's the show. And in a real nice downer.
Yeah, I know. It's hard for me to do the show without being able to swear and get into my tirade rants.
Yeah, as we said in the beginning, if you guys comment, like if you would jump over to Patreon for free or $1 or whatever it is, great.
Yeah, if we can set it up for free, we'll set it up for free.
I just don't believe it because I think the stat is 50% of you people watching can't even hit the subscribe button on YouTube.
Nick is calling y'all out. He's like, hit the subscribe button.
I'm not trying to be crabby, but it's like, if you can't even do that, there's no way you're coming over. Because I want to do an uncensored show. I want to be able to just say whatever and not worry about YouTube being like, we're going to take your channel away.
I can't believe YouTube is threatening to take our channel away. It's so ridiculous. Because I'm with you. I don't think we do anything that out of control.
No, it's words and context of words going through an AI. And a couple of manual reviews, by the way.
I can't believe we actually got manual reviews.
Yeah, and they were like, we don't like what you're doing.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys are too crazy.
That's so insane.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel that crazy. I've seen way worse stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. It's very strange.
So odd.
Very strange. I don't get it.
You stink, YouTube.
Yeah, so plug away.
Guys, if you're not subscribed to my OnlyFans, go do that. It's XiaLand on OnlyFans, XiaLand. Go give that a subscribe. The show goes up early there. I mean, we could do it uncensored there, but it'd be probably harder to get people to.
Yeah, because that's $10 a month.
It's $10 a month, but you get to see a lot of other stuff. There's some great sets that go out. So
what?
You take the pictures.
Huh? Where am I?
You know them.
I don't know.
But anyway, yeah. And also, if you're not following me on social media, do that too. It helps me out. XiaLand on Xia_land, XIA_LAND on Twitter and Instagram. And also on Twitch. You get to see it live. XiaLand on Twitch. Basically, you can just find me on XiaLand everywhere. I just picked off a scab.
Oh.
Ew, gross. Scabby leg Xia.
And Apple people, please just write a review.
Leave us a review.
All you have to do is hit 5 stars and write love the show. That's all you have to do.
Yes.
And if you don't love the show, then don't do that. But please, if you do.
If you do, though, do it.
That'd be great.
Do it.
Thank you.
Do it.
So we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Sure, okay.
Oh, what were you going to say?
No, it doesn't matter now. Screw me.
Screw you.
Who cares what I have to say?
No one cares what Nick has to say.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.